Holy cow. This this is the time for new releases. There's been more good stuff released in the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months than I think in the last 2 years almost. I'm talking brand new product releases, just tons and tons and tons of them, okay? So this is the brand new Traxxas Revo. Tony, can you just hold off scanning for a second? The Revo, this is not the Revo 2.0, this is just the replacement Revo with a kind of minimal cost increase, okay? This thing, so I never stocked the original Revo, and a lot of guys were like, well, I don't know, and they wanted me to get it, and honestly, it had a lot of great features if we're going back 10 years ago, but what's happened though is everybody's stuff has got bigger, durable, more stronger, faster, you name it. And then Traxxas kind of came out with the X-Max, and we were like, okay. And I didn't hop on the bandwagon on that, but when they came out with the S version, the 8S version, I should say, I was like, okay, let's do this. And I get one in here and there, and it's nice. It's a higher cost vehicle, but great nonetheless. So I was talking with my rep, and we're chewing the fat. And he's like, gotta give it a shot. Now here's the thing. All I had to know was that it came in orange and blue. You put those colors together, it's Chris's House colors. Okay? You put it together, I'm buying it. I was at Walmart the other day. You know how you could buy those like stuffed pillows, right? They had an orange and blue poop emoji one. I bought it because it was blue and actually that's a total lie. But if they had one, I would buy it. My wife's always like, oh my god, I'll make it. She'd be like, what color should I put this cake? I'm like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of orange. And she's like, and let me guess, blue? I'm like, yeah, what color should I put on these cookies? She's a good little baker. Okay, let's get to it. So what's really cool too with this is for demo only, so I'm actually not allowed to sell this for probably a couple weeks or so. So anyways, so what I love is this new body mount, really cool. So you rotate it, lift it up, okay? All the guys out there familiar with X-Maxes know about this. You lift up and pull back. And what's cool with this body is it's got this internal cage. That's sick. Because, like, let's face it, and it's got an external cage on there too. Like, it's 2 for 1. Like, it's actually bolted on. I love it. And screw heads that, you get some dirt in there and they'll come out. Traxxas uses good hardware. The body's really nice. The coloring is really great. Like, if I get some direct light on that, like you got a little bit of metallic in there. Jeez, they knocked it out of the park, So, I actually got some talking points for this because there's a lot of stuff to go over, and I'm going to try to do it all in a 10-minute video, okay? So, big thing here, the tires feel like a much better compound. And again, I'm using the Chris's House grippy tire durometer test. So it's where I just grab the tire and I'm like, ooh, it looks good, right? Good foam, and these are good for up to 6S, okay? So 6S, this is a VXL 6S system in here. It's big, like, damn, like this is big, right? Big connectors, big leads, big, short connections to the motor, which tells you, I mean, it's not really wasting too much, which is great. You got this really, really nice big, machined heat sinked fin motor, which is great. So this will take 6S. Now, apparently this guy will do 70 miles. I think I saw 70 miles an hour with the spur and pinion upgrade. And if you put in 2 3S batteries, 5,000 milliamp hour, the highest C you can pretty much get, and call it a day. And you got little coolers in there. This is nothing new, the cooling system, okay, which is cool. So what's new is the arms are different, okay? They just have slight changes in them, but they are a different arm. You get all metal drive shafts that are constant velocity. The plastic ones always held up pretty good, but these metal ones are going to just slay it, which is great. Diffs, now I'm not taking apart one of these new guys, but apparently it has X-Max sized or close to diffs, okay? There's still, we still need a little bit of time to figure it out, but I'm speaking mostly educated on it. What I do like, though, is interior-wise are dog bone. And exterior are constant velocity, okay? So, constant velocity means, joined, okay? The stub shaft and the drive shaft, and the dog bone is just allowed to move in there, okay? What I like about that is I feel it does give it really a more durable kind of build, okay? a lot of vehicles that have used constant velocity on both ends, and I'm especially talking about 8 scale. I found that durability was it was less. We sell more shafts. It was kind of a pain in the butt. Okay, so twin servos, twin batteries. This thing, it's a big truck. Okay, now underneath, what we like about this, and I'm trying not to do so much of a comparison video to the first one is just tell you kind of what the vehicle is. Okay, so big, huge, skid plates front and rear, which is great. And the nice thing is it's a smooth chassis. Now, what that means is when you're going over really rough terrain, there's not a lot to catch it on. Like when I run my hands down, yeah, you can catch your fingers on things, sure, here and there, but ideally the chassis is going to deflect a lot of this stuff, and it's really enclosed too, which will, you won't get as much dirt in the chassis, okay, which is great. And it should stay more durable just in general. It keeps more water, more muck out. Huge turnbuckles, front and rear, which is great. Now, the stuff you can't see. Inside here, they have something called a cush drive. I have notes, people. Tony was asking if he wanted to hold up cue cards. So the cush drive is an elastomer that goes between the drive hub and essentially the spur gear. And it just lets it kind of control the power a little bit better. And I don't know another way to really explain it, but what an elastomer is basically think of it's like it has a consistency almost like a glue gun, okay? When you have a glue stick for a glue gun, it's like a plasticky rubber, and what it'll do is if you put it between two parts, essentially, it'll give those parts a little bit of give so it doesn't just start shredding off spur gears, which is a huge pain in the butt for every vehicle. This does have self-righting, so I'm sure that cush drive is necessary because self-righting is a little hard on diffs and drivetrain in general, but if you get it upside down, it's essentially a button you push on the remote and it will flip itself up. Sick. The center diff in this thing is also freaking huge. They have a special name for it. I kind of ignore some of the names, I was like, okay, it's a little bit of marketing, but it's cool. So, huge center diff. The biggest focus for this, and what I've been talking with other guys, like industry guys about, is drivetrain's just been improved drastically. And if you're new to the RC world, this suspension travel, so this is an inboard, like, it's just, oh, I wish I had a slow-mo camera in, like, 4K just to be like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so beautiful, the suspension. It is the best I've ever really worked with or seen flat out. On the first gen Revo, this Revo, it's just gorgeous the way it works. Bearings and the rockers, stainless, you have nice steel push links here, which are great, which are all done from, like, it's just, wow, and it just works so well. I know, I'm getting excited, okay? All inside the transmission as well as Mod 1 gears, so they're getting away from the, if we're going way back in the day, 48 pitch was high-end compared to the 64 pitch. And then you got 32 pitch, which was, wow, that's durable. Now you have Mod 1. You can actually get Mod 1.5, and I think I've seen some Mod 2 out there. But Mod 1 is great, so it's a really big gear spacing, which will really improve durability. If they make this stuff any bigger, they might as well just call it a freaking ATV. Like, as far as what they're putting into these mechanically, it's great. 17mm wheel hexes. Thank you, Traxxas. Now, they give you these aluminum guys, which is great. Thank you for not coming up with some stupid standard, okay? Now, I come from a world with a lot of my hobbies where standards change all the time, and, we have enough of them in RC. Wheels, batteries, suspension, servos. There's a lot of different things to go by. But what's nice with 17mm is you guys can come right on in, grab yourself a nice pair of Pro Lines if you want to upgrade. Okay, I know the plant's kind of barking at them there. And, we've got some Duratrax wheels. Now, we have to make sure they're tough, but these tires look really good. But it's nice because they're playing well with the aftermarket. So, here's where the question will come in, okay? Now, let's see how easy this body is to put on. One-handed. It's a little tricky. Oh, look at that. Wow, actually, I could do it one-handed, too, which is great. Oh, I didn't actually get it in the front. put me on better next time, Chris. That's my Mary Poppins voice. A spoonful of lipo. Does the medicine go down? What was that? I don't freaking know. I just watched it, too. Don't ask me why I watch it. We have a family. You start watching all these movies. You're like, why the hell would I want to watch that? And you end up in it. See, look, I got a rant in, too. Like, if I watch Moana one more time. I don't watch Dora the Explorer yet. If I watch Moana one more time, I'm just going to get a ballpoint pen. And I'm going to gouge it into my eyeball. Or my nasal cavity. I don't know. I kind of want my eyes nasal. I don't know. So, who does this work for? Now, I'm going to throw something under the bus here a little bit. And some of you guys might not like it, but that's really, really too bad. Okay? Because we're two different trucks, okay? And I'm not going to do a comparison. I'm just going to show you just something else. Now, no, the stance is really good. So this is the Red Cat Terremoto 10, or the 8, I should say, okay? This is what we call, and actually has bigger tires, too. This is what we call a comparable truck, but it's a different truck. A truck like this is a modern-day monster truck. What I mean by that is it's very traditional. Upright shocks, you know, you've got your twin battery, but it's very simple. It's very straightforward. And that is appealing. I like this. I always like simple, okay? So a truck like the Terremoto might be a little bit better. Now, when it comes down to durability and everything, everybody needs to just stop that crap, okay? Because they're all tough, okay? You run this in a brick wall, it's going to break. You run this in a brick wall, it's going to break. Every video, I'm going to do a straight up 10-second, you know, shout out to, you know, people saying dumb things on YouTube or just in the store in general. It's all durable. Go have fun. Now, here's the thing. Your e-Revo is going to cost you a couple $100 more, okay? But, I mean, we got 6S, 4S, huge speed, medium speed. We can get every upgrade part known to man, I'm sure, in the next 6 months. Upgrades are minimal. Traditional truck. Larger wheels, very cool. It is a couple $100 less. Legendary Red Cat warranty service, which it really is the best for us anyways, and I know it varies. But when we talk about, if I had to pick a vehicle for straight up handling, like I'm talking one I could go bash it and beat it and even take it to a track maybe, the Revo's gonna get my vote. Especially with all the little upgrades. Because when it came down to the first generation Revo, I would pick the Terremoto above it. So Red Cat, guess what you guys get to do? Make a better Terremoto. And by better, I mean just an enhanced version. But at the same time, we like what you guys are doing. See, I give all these mixed messages. It's a lot of freaking fun. You know, but when it comes down to rock crawling, like we have the TRX4, and then we have the Gen 7 from Red Cat. And you know what? I sell a hell of a lot more Gen 7s than I do TRX4, and it doesn't have a lot to do with price point. They're different rigs, but the price point, I shouldn't say it doesn't have a lot, because it does have some, right? So, you know, and as far as brand loyalty goes, you know, I'll be honest with you. You come here 2 years ago, we didn't have any Traxxas. The last year and a half, we've really paid attention, and I don't want to say I was anti-Traxxas, but they've just done so much, and they're making so many great vehicles, it's hard for me to ignore it, and I will not ignore it. I will not let my pride get in the way, you know, and I'll do it. And we actually have people that will not buy Traxxas. We could show it to them, and they're just like, I don't want it. But you know what? It's time to rethink your plans a little bit, because this vehicle is straight up gangster, and we love it, and it looks great. So we'll be able to sell it shortly. If you guys have any questions, I don't know. But you know what you should do? You should click up to the top right and subscribe. Subscribe immediately. We need to get some more subscribers on. You know, we've grown the channel a lot this year. But we want like, I don't know, I want like 100,000 million subscribers. Just everybody. Trudeau, why don't you follow me? I don't know. I don't think that's a good request. I don't know if I want him to anyways. I don't know. That's getting even into a different rant. Okay, guys. You have a great day. I was going to say something even more ridiculous. You guys have a great day. Let us know what you think below. Subscribe. Click up to the top right.